information. Yet when wires are loaded with a lot of conversations that are boosted in strength and travel some distance, something else happens. Let me show you. You see, instead of sounding like this, your voice comes out sounding like this.
Hello, this is Jason Robinson from Illustration by Design. Welcome to my Stinktober live stream, where I try to do some inking this month in honor of or despite of Inktober, which I generally hate, so I call it Stinktober. But yeah, I try every year to do a little inking, and so this month I'm starting late because I don't really care. But I'm trying to ink this drawing of Captain Marvel, otherwise known as Shazam by DC Comics, although he is actually the real Captain Marvel. And I started this drawing on Saturday, and I'm just going to try to finish it tonight. So just want to thank everybody who might be here or who might be watching at some point in the future. And yeah, just want to thank you for hanging out with me while I try to get this this inking finished. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you had a great weekend and that everything is going well in your neck of the woods, wherever you may be. Let's see. Let me get my tablet up and running so I can actually see what's happening. Let me turn my fan on so I don't sweat to death. And we'll see what's going on. Actually, it was weird. You know, it's hot where I live, but my my niece and sister-in-law sent us some photos of their trip to Colorado, and they were making a snowman. They were visiting actually my brother-in-law who lives in Colorado, and in his area it started snowing, and quite a bit actually. So it's pretty amazing how it was the beginning of October and it's already snowing in parts of the country. So that's pretty awesome. Wish it was snow where I live, but that really hasn't happened probably in about 45 years. So it's not likely to happen anytime soon. But you never know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. Facundo Mom says hi. Hello, Facundo Mom. Hope you're doing well. Now, let me see here with this drawing of mine. Usually when I'm inking, I usually ink off of well, either pencils or I try to light box it. But even when I light box it, I have to draw pencils anyway because I don't know. I just don't trust what I can see through the light table. I mean, I can see what's underneath, but I don't know, some details I tend to miss. So I like to just resketch it on the actual paper and then try to ink from that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's see. Don Leno is here, and he says, Don Leno. Hello, Don Leno. Hope you're doing well. But anyway, I'm going to start inking. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be here for at least the next hour or so. So let's see. Let me see here. And Don Leno is what is that? Is that like a little wavy waving ghost? It might be. I will wave back. Hello. Hello. I've been catching up on the old Doctor Who's from the 1960s. On what was it? It's one of the British TV apps, BritBox. It's pretty cool. I've never seen them before. I started watching Doctor Who when Tom Baker was still the fourth Doctor. So going back and seeing some of these earlier versions is pretty interesting. All right. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to approach this stuff here. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you and thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It would be a huge help to me and to YouTube. Let them know that you enjoy this sort of content. And yeah, please hit the like button or hit the thumbs down button. Either way, it helps the algorithm and it helps the channel. And yeah, any help you guys can give just by showing that you are here through subscribing or hitting the like button would be greatly appreciated. Let's see. Interesting. Let's see. What size is the blade? 2/4 or larger sheet? I don't understand. What blade? What do you mean? Are you talking about the sheet of paper? Don, what do you mean by what size is the blade? Are you talking? Is that what you mean? What size is the sheet of paper? The sheet of paper I'm drawing on is, I believe, 9 by. What is this? It's 9 by 12. So, if that answers your question, if you meant something else, please elaborate. Now I'm going to try to finish this within 2 hours because I have a problem with speed. And unless I put a deadline on myself, I will take forever with artwork and start obsessing over little things rather than focusing on getting it done. So I spent 2 hours in the previous stream. So 4 hours just to ink a drawing is a good is a good limit. It shouldn't take that long to ink something. So I need to put some time limits on myself. So I started what time? 12:15, 12:16. So we'll see if I get it done by 2:15. Miss Mary Berry's here. She says, "I'm impressed that you can draw so fearlessly. I try not to touch my paper." LOL. Time limits. Yikes. Yeah, I need time limits. Like I said, if I don't have them, I will noodle forever, and I will obsess over stuff, and it just forces me to knuckle down and get things done. And I don't draw fearlessly because I'm terrified of making a mistake. I just have to force myself to do it, or else I won't get done. Sort of like live streaming. I force myself to live stream, even though I'm kind of scared of doing it, because I don't like people watching me when I draw, because I might make a mistake, and I don't want people seeing me make mistakes when I draw. I'd rather that they just see the final finished product. But it's something else I need to get over, need to get used to. So, where did I put my brush pen? Where did I put it? Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. Hold on. I know I had it. It's probably right underneath my nose. It is right underneath my nose. Right here. Let's see. Oh, Miss Mary Berry's watching from New York City. Oh, good. Well, thank you very much. And she said, I met you at Dee Dee's live stream. Oh, cool. Dee Dee Willingham is, in case you guys don't know, is a phenomenal artist or an artiste. And she does a lot of sort of crafty type of art, a lot of mixtures of painting and collage and a whole bunch of different things. So if you haven't already, go over to Dee Dee Willingham's YouTube channel. Just type in Dee Dee Willingham in the search on YouTube, and you'll find her. Yeah, subscribe to her channel. She's very cool, very, very nice person, very outgoing, very encouraging of other artists. So yeah, you will enjoy it. Miss Mary Bear says, "Yep, it's good to share the reality." Yeah, it's I'm still working on my my stage fright with sort of performing in front of people via YouTube or anywhere, actually. Yes, Dee Dee is also doing Inktober, and she is much more diligent, much braver than I am. I burn out fast with Inktober. That's why I make no promises in terms of stuff that I will do. I mean, I might finish this drawing. I may not. I make no predictions and no promises, because every time I've tried Inktober in the past, it's like it's just sort of killed me trying to keep up and do a drawing a day. I'm at a point where I'm just like, nope, I'm not even going to worry about it because it ends up being a headache for me. I'd rather just, I mean, if I'm going to be doing something like this and I'm not getting paid for it, I'm just going to do it for fun, which you're supposed to do it for fun anyway. And you know, if it's more of a hassle than anything else, then it's not fun for me. So I'd rather just sort of draw what I want to draw when I want to draw it during the month, and that might be one drawing, it might be no drawings, or it might be 200 drawings. I'm just gonna sort of leave it up to how I feel about it, and you know, if it pans out, great. But I'm gonna be trying to ink some old sketches that I've done over the years. You know, I've wanted to ink, I just haven't gotten around to do it. So Inktober's a good excuse to try to get it finished, or at least get some of them inked. Hey, the Metal's here. How you doing, Metal? Good seeing you. Miss Marybear says, I know my limits, no Inktober for me. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just like, not that. Inktober has been more of a hassle than anything else for me. Yeah, I appreciate the challenge of it. I just haven't, I don't know. Been more of a headache than anything else.
What you say? Somebody yell up the tippy. Lovely the Hicks game. Bring your horse and head for Pine Creek. Guess they're going through the game. Hurry up and I'll meet your friends.
It's tough trying to figure this out. Okay.
Where's the flying beef payroll?
Sorry, just trying to find the right angle to ink. There we go. I'm just again, sort of the stress of trying to figure out exactly how best to ink things. The worrying is worse than the actual execution. All right. Let's see. Best way to do this. Hey, P Money, how you doing? Good seeing you. Hope you're doing good. Move the light over. Too much light. I need some light, but not that much. Let's see. Ray Thulu's here. How you doing, Ray Thulu? P-Money says, just got home from working on Canadian Thanksgiving. Oh, cool. Neat. Ray Thulu says, dang it, been looking here enjoying the lack of maple syrup stank. Funny. Plus side of being an essential service is that I didn't lose my job during COVID. Downside, we never shut down during holidays. Yeah. Well, we had Columbus Day today, and everything is closed, but government services are closed. But my wife still had to work. She works for the city library, so it's kind of the same thing, but not quite. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, what do you eat for Canadian Thanksgiving? Do you guys eat turkey, or is there some other standard food that you guys feast on? Worst part of inking for me is worrying about going too far and using too much ink. Hopefully. Hopefully I won't mess it up. I don't know. It's just it's hard for me to. In my head, I know what I want it to look like, but getting it to come out that way is difficult. Difficult. I hate it when I don't get the results that I want. And then knowing when to stop, that's another problem. Frustrating. P-Mike says I had turkey, stuffing, potatoes, everything you expect in Thanksgiving. Okay, cool. That's nice. All right. What time is it? All right. A little over an hour left. Mary Berry says, sounds good to me. Yeah, sounds like a very good Thanksgiving. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Hey, Eagle 43. Hope you're doing well. See, will I fall asleep before I finish this drawing? I don't know. We'll see. 7 people are watching. Oh my gosh. That means I have at least 7 thumbs up for this live stream. At least I hope. So if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. It would greatly help my channel and the YouTube algorithm so that people will be able to see this live stream at a later date on YouTube. So please hit the like button. Mm. Let's see. Miss Maryberry says, "Uh-oh, what happened to the other drawing? What other drawing, Miss Maryberry, are you referring to? Other drawing of what? Actually, don't want that brush. I want the other one." Oh, oh, hmm.
Fancy words. But I do like music. Anthology of modern plays. This is very modern. Oh, so that's what an anthology is. A collection. Now, what else came of my trip to the library?
Miss Maryberry says, "Oh, it's spinning around. Amazing. I like that technique." Okay. I'm not. Okay. I'm not sure what I did, but. Hey, Artist Reed. Good seeing you. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Hmm.
Here in a quickly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece. A source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control
Apologize. I'm getting tired. My body's telling me it's time for a nap, but gotta finish the drawing, so I'm gonna keep plugging.
we have the four elements needed in every timepiece.
9 people are watching. Wow. Thank you very much, everybody, for keeping me company while I try to knock this this drawing out. not knock it out, but get it finished. So, and like I said earlier, probably going to put it up for sale afterwards. So if anyone's interested, just text me or just DM me rather on Facebook or Twitter. My contact info is in the description below. So just click down there and you can be able to find out how to contact me. And I'll post the artwork, the finished artwork on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then once you see it, I'll probably put a price up there. And then, you know, whoever's interested, just let me know. What am I doing? Oh yeah, delete brain. My brain's falling asleep too.
I need the kind of music men come when they feel on top of the world.
That's a great expression, says Art of Reed. What expression? I have a feeling I'm missing quite a bit of stuff with the chat. Oops, hold on. Don't fall. Don't fall yet. Need to stand up, stretch a little. Oh, 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 oh. Boy. Boy. Dead soldier. New soldier.
I think the kind of music men come when they feel on top of the world. And then when one of them that give you that feeling is the pleasure of being
Still here, haven't left. Just trying to get the blood circulating to my brain. Ray Thulu says, can't tell if that's an expression of rage, anguish, or constipation. What expression are you talking about? Are you talking about the noises I'm making? It's probably all three. I'm just mainly trying to decompress because after sitting down for a while, I need to stand up. I get antsy if I sit down for too long without getting up. And usually when I draw, I don't sit down for like long periods of time. I'll draw for like 5 to 10 minutes. I'll get up and I'll move around, and then I'll come back to drawing. And that's the downside of live streaming for me. I can't really move. I have to draw kind of nonstop. For an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours or more. And sometimes it's not a problem, but if I'm already kind of tired and I try doing it, it just like my body starts like I say getting antsy, and I need to get up and just sort of get the jitters out. So that's what I'm doing. Like I say, it gets the blood flowing to my brain, so I wake up a little, and I don't pass out. You'll see my face like smack on the drawing table in the middle of the live stream. So anyway, that was good. That was a good respite. So now it's back to drawing. Back to drawing. This is it so far. It's getting there, slowly but surely. So just need to keep on plugging away at it and try to knock it out. And 8 people are still watching, which is extremely gratifying. Thank you very much. My goal is to get up to Nasser Abadi numbers and get into the 20s one day, or even double digits. If I got into the double digits, that would be awesome. So please share this live stream out and help me get over 9 people watching at once for an extended period of time. That would be very cool. If I got like 10 or 12 or 13 or 14 people, that would be amazing. So share the link out. Go to Twitter, Facebook, or even go to MySpace and share the link out. Let people know that I'm inking the real Captain Marvel, not that fake Captain Marvel from Marvel Comics, but the real OG Captain Marvel, and that I'm trying to get this done for Inktober. Hopefully I'll get this drawing done by the end of the month, and my Inktober quest will be finished. No, I'm kidding. I hopefully I'll get some more drawings done this month. Yes, Bullet, MySpace. Yes. If you have to, go all the way back to what was the original one? CompuServe. Go to CompuServe and send the link there as well. That still exists. I don't know if it does. Actually, let me show you some more. I'll show you some of the other drawings I'm going to try to ink for Inktober if I get around to it. If I manage to do it. I'll give you a slight preview. So AOL. Well, I'm still on AOL, so don't knock AOL. That's my email address is still located. But okay, here's another drawing that I plan to do for Inktober if I get around to it, if I don't burn out first. Okay, here this is a pencil sketch. If you guys can tell who this is, put it in the chat and let me know if you recognize who this character is. And I might be inking them soon, possibly next. It just depends. First person who can tell me who it is wins a no prize, if you know what no prize is. Hey, Bullet got it. Rock Lee, yes. Rock Lee wins the no prize. That's one. That's one drawing I'm going to try to ink this month. We'll see. Here's another one that I'll try to get to. Again, I promise nothing to you folk, you good folk. I make no promises. These are just things that I might ink if I don't burn out before the end of the month on Inktober. There's another one. I'm gonna make a few corrections to this pencil sketch, but that's another one I want to get to. Let's see what else. What else is there? There's a few more in here. So I'm gonna try to do some more of these inks over the next few weeks. I have probably about total, maybe about 7 of them. I didn't want to go too far because, again, it's Inktober, and I hate the stress of Inktober, so I figured 7 was a good number, and we shall see. Yeah, so 7, including those 2 that I just showed. So we'll see what happens, though. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this live stream a thumbs up. Please share this live stream out to everyone you know on Instagram, on Twitter, on MySpace, on CompuServe, on AOL, and let them know that I am going to be inking some stuff this month. Or I might just stop with this one. I don't know. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. Yeah, Bullet's smart. Bullet says I never do Inktober, so zero stress. Yes, I agree, but I just feel, I don't know. I want to get better with inking. I want to get faster with inking, and I see so many great artists like doing fantastic work, and I'm just like, it annoys me because they're doing amazing work in a very short period of time, but at the same time, it's like I want to be able to do that myself. So I kind of, it's a challenge for me, and I wanna sort of I want to live up to the challenge, but it is a headache. So I have a love-hate relationship with Inktober. I want to get better, but I hate Inktober because it's a pain in the freaking butt. Miss Mary Berry says, Jason, it's okay to step away and move. Yes, I agree. I understand. I just the more I step away and move, the less I get done. So, and for a live stream, I kind of have to keep my butt in my seat and keep working. Got to train myself to get used to that. The only thing I do is writing with a pen. Does that count? That I think that should count. Oh, just you know, for your Inktober, just write all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Just write that over and over again.
Somebody's guilty. Maybe all of them together. Or if they stick to their stories, we're stuck with a perfect crime. It happened more than you think.
Oh, Miss Mary Berry says, I shared at Twitter. Thank you very much, Miss Mary Berry. I really appreciate it. In case I haven't already said it, make sure to hit the bell for notifications of future videos so that the next time I do live stream or post a video or whatnot, you guys will be notified. When you hit the bell, make sure that the bell is set for all notifications. Not some, not a few, but all, A-L-L. That way you will get all the notifications. Miss Mary Bear says, OMG. OMG? What OMG? What's going on? What happened? Bullet says, once I went digital, I stopped buying pens, paper, etc. What? You went digital? And you stopped buying paper and pens, etc.? Paper and pens and etc. are what make drawing fun. Without paper and pens and etc., I would probably would not be drawing. I'd probably draw. I'd probably draw, but I'd probably be scribbling. I don't know. I love paper. I love the feel of paper. It's like paper, paper. I love the smell of paper. I love the feel of pens and brushes. What I get out of drawing by hand, drawing traditionally, is, for me, it helps me. I find it helps me become a better artist. It helps me hone my skills more. It's too easy for me anyway. With a computer, with a tablet, to make a mistake and then just fix it. I'm a lot less careful when I'm drawing digitally. I'm a lot less careful because it's a lot easier to correct your mistakes, and as a result, I don't hone my skill as much as I do with drawing and inking traditionally, where I have to be really careful and I have to learn how to hold my brush a certain way, how to hold my pen a certain way in order to get the effect I'm looking for. I mean, when you have brushes that can, with one stroke, create a really cool effect, that's much simpler than trying to create that effect with individual brush strokes or individual pen strokes, where if you make a mistake, then you have to go back, white it out, correct it, whatever. So I find that working traditionally helps me as an artist in terms of my skills, my hand-eye coordination, my what's the word I'm looking for? My attention to detail, I guess. So I wouldn't, I personally, I can't see myself ever not working with pen and ink or traditional art. I enjoy it much too much to give it up. Um, let's see, I'm missing stuff. Um, Bullet says my Wacom tablet begs to differ. Yeah, right. I use my Wacom tablet for everything. I mean, I don't even I haven't used a mouse in years, probably decades, because I use my Wacom tablet for everything, to navigate around my computer, just for everyday normal stuff. Um, tablet's great, but I for drawing, I just get too much enjoyment out of drawing by hand, traditionally rather. All right. Bad Vibe says ASMR. I don't think so. Is it? I mean, I'm not being very soothing with this video. With like a nice soothing voice. This is ASMR like this. I don't do videos like this where I sort of smack my lips every 5 seconds so you guys can hear it like that, and or whisper really quietly, or tap my fingers like this every 5 seconds like that. So this isn't really an ASMR video. It's just me sort of drawing and trying to get stuff done, and have music in the background just so I don't bore myself or bore you too much. If you don't want to hear me, you can kind of hear the music in the background. So it's not quite ASMR. As Miss Maryberry says, ASMR is creepy. It can be creepy. You know what I watch? I'll watch ASMR videos where a guy's having himself shaved at a barber shop, where a guy's just sitting in a chair and a barber's like shaving his head, and you can hear like the straight edge razor like shaving his hair. And for some reason, I find that, I don't know, I find it cool. And I don't mind watching those. But yeah, some of them are pretty creepy. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Bullet says, oh, I'm missing a bunch. Let's see. The Metal says, once I went completely digital, I became invincible. Wow. Wow. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. P. says, no, Jason, I'm not going back and forth between this channel and Mike's channel. Dang it, Mike. Mike's stealing all my guests away. Oh my gosh, I've hit 2 digits. I got to 10 people. Thank you very much, everybody. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. Digital coloring, says Bullet. That's the mountain to climb. Yes, it is. Digital coloring is like, I don't know. It's coloring is extremely hard for me. And it's probably the part I hate the most about illustration. But I admire it the most because it's so hard. I find it very difficult to color and to color well, I guess I should say, because I can color, but coloring well is what takes, for me, a lot of skill and a lot of time, and I kind of hate it. So, but it's much better than trying to color traditionally for me, because I don't have the patience, because if I mess up with coloring traditionally, that's a whole lot of cleanup, a whole lot of covering up, and I'd much rather avoid that altogether. So I'm happy to draw traditionally in pen and ink, But when it comes to color, I have to scan it and I need to go to Photoshop and just do it that way. I can't deal with the frustration of having to white out whole swaths of color and then trying to paint over it if I make a mistake. I'm much happier just hitting undo or having it on a separate layer and then just deleting that layer and then just moving on. So it's much easier for me. And Miss Mary Berry says, I agree. I want to keep my hand-eye skills. Yeah, that's the main reason why I just draw traditionally. I need to. I not only need to keep my hand-eye skills, I need to improve them because I'm kind of clumsy with drawing. I'm not nearly as good as I would like to be. And I see other artists and they're doing amazing stuff. And I'm gonna keep on saying his name, Matthew Weldon. I look at Matthew Weldon's art, and I'm just like, ugh, I want to get that. I just want to grab that talent and just like, photocopy it, and then just like it's sort of into my brain. But unfortunately, it just it's a result of years of hard work on Matthew's part and not some sort of magic pill that I can just sort of like steal from him. So yeah, I got to keep working at it. Let's see. Miss Mary Berry says my entire studio is filled with real art supplies. Very good, excellent, well done. Well, it says I use my hand-eye coordination. Oh man, I have 11 people watching now. Wow. Bullis uses his hand-eye coordination by drawing on the screen now. That's very cool, including erasers and charcoal rub. I can't deal with charcoal rub because it's too messy for me. I don't know. That's probably why I don't like painting either. The mess. I'm too sloppy, and so I'd rather just keep it simple with pen and ink and pencils. And then I'm trying to remember the last time I used charcoal. It's been years. It's probably in school, in college. So it's been a while. Let's see. Bullet was getting aroused by the ASMR. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. You may want to see a psychiatrist about that. Oh yes, Metal says ASMR of me slowly cracking open cans of soda. That would be. I would like that because I like soda, but at the same time, it would be annoying. So it would be a double-edged sword. Peamody says, "Hey Jason, Ruth is asking what you're calling today's American holiday. It's Columbus Day. Why? What do you call it? Oh yes, I think people are calling it National Indigenous People Day. That's pretty not monosyllabic. It's polysyllabic. Symbolic? I don't know. That's a lot of syllables. So it's polysyllabic. I prefer Columbus Day myself. So because it celebrates Columbus discovering the New World. So I shall keep referring it as such. Bullet says, I feel like I'm ruining everything I color. That's probably because you are. And I just lost Bullet because only 9 people are watching now with my very harsh comment. No, I mean, I'm always double and triple and quadruple questioning my coloring because my coloring is very weak. It's easily the weakest part of my art skills, and I'm trying to get better with it, but it just takes time, practice, and I think most of it is just confidence. I think whether you're drawing or inking or whatever coloring, I think confidence in what you're doing is at least half of whether it turns out okay or not. I mean, if you're skilled but you don't have confidence in your work, I think that affects your work. So, I just need to get more confidence in my coloring skills and to keep plugging at it. Ray Thulu says he agrees. It says it's Columbus Day. Dang it. The metal says coloring wells is easy. They're usually made of wood and stone. Yes, that is true. Ruth asked Mike that as well. Oh man, Ruth is getting on everybody today. P Money says it's not Aboriginal Day. No, this is not Australia and it's not New Zealand. There are no Aboriginals in North America. I guess we we refer to them as Native Americans or Indians. I still call them Indians. I guess some people call them indigenous people. Whatever. Tomato, tomato. Oh my gosh, Matthew Weldon is here, and he says, that's why I'm here watching your videos, trying to up my skills. Matthew Weldon is trolling me because he knows that is why I watch his videos, to up my skills. Yeah, guys, if you have not, I don't know if Matthew Weldon's not still here. If you haven't already, go to Matthew Weldon Art on YouTube and subscribe to his channel. The guy is I'm not joking. He's one of the best comic book artists working now. He won't admit it. He probably doesn't think that himself. So I'm gonna say it for him. The guy is phenomenal. He's kind of an art savant. You know, he can definitely get better. But in terms of like artists working today, the guy has a natural, instinctive ability to draw comic book stories in an amazing fashion. I mean, I really encourage you, go to Matthew Weldon Art on YouTube. Just go to the search. I think Weldon Art is one word, WELDON Art. And subscribe to his channel. He needs to post more videos, and I think he only has like, I don't know, like 350 subs or something. I mean, like it's an insanely low number of subscribers, and he deserves to be in the thousands. So go over there, subscribe to his channel, help this guy, help this poor artist get the number of subs that he deserves. Go to Matthew Weldon Art on YouTube and subscribe, and make sure to hit the bell so the next time you post a video you'll be notified, because you want to see him work. The guy he's insane. He's insanely good, and fast. That's another thing. I mean, it's one thing to be good, it's another thing to be good and fast, and Matthew is both. It's he makes me sick, to be honest. He's too good. It's not fair. Disgraceful. Why can't he struggle like the rest of us? Ray Thulu says nobody in the U.S. uses the term Aboriginal for the tribes here. No, we do not. Jason, I'm too sloppy. Yes, I am too sloppy. Okay. Okay. This artwork isn't sloppy, but it's taken me almost 4 hours just to ink this, not draw it, just to ink it. It's taken me 4 hours. That's me. This is me being careful. That's how slow I am. If I went at a semi-decent pace, let me think. By all rights, inking this shouldn't take me more than an hour. Okay, it's just a single figure drawing. If I spent an hour inking this, you would see how sloppy I am. In order for it to look semi-good to me, it takes me much longer. So I want to get to a point where I'm able to do this quality work in an hour. That would be great. And so that's why I say I'm sloppy, because unless I like go at a snail's pace, I'm kind of a mess. Miss Mary Berry says, "Oh, the new name is Happy Indigenous Peoples Day." Like I said, it's too many syllables. Columbus Day. Bam, done. Polyamorous. Yeah. Hopefully not. I got 13 likes. Oh, wow. Awesome. Keep it going. More likes. P. Mike says, I'm very excited to get Monster Hunt 2. Yes, I am too. Yes, because Weldon is doing the art. Definitely. I would love to see. Well, Matthew is already drawing Punchline. Okay, this is how insane and this is how insane and how good Matthew Weldon is. Matthew Weldon draws a book called Punchline, a really, really great book, but put out by Antarctic Press. And as far as I know, he doesn't get paid to draw it. He just draws it in return for copies of the book once it's printed. Now, to me, that's insane. He's what issue are you on? You've done like 11 issues, 12 issues, 13 issues for no money. Who does that? He does it for the love of creating comic books. That is the sort of commitment that Matthew Weldon has. I am far more mercenary. There's no way I'm drawing 13 comic books for no money, just for copies of the comic book, because I am not a true artist. Matthew Weldon is. I want to grow up to be kind of like Matthew Weldon, but at the same time, I want Matthew Weldon to be a lot more like me, in the sense that he wants to get paid for his art. I don't know. I don't want Matthew to change. I don't want him to become so spoiled in terms of how great his art is that we can never see really cool art from him, because right now Matthew's working just for the joy of art, and I would love to keep him that way, but the man deserves to be like super well paid for his artwork. So I don't know. Part of me is like, I don't know. I don't want him to listen to me, really, because I don't know. I want him to listen to me, but I don't want to destroy him in terms of I want him to, I don't know. I just want Matthew to get all the awesome rewards for his art that he deserves. So that's what I'm saying. Doesn't make much sense. But Miss Maryberry says, I see a channel named Well Done. That's not it. If you look in the chat, you can see his name, Matthew Weldon Art. Just type that into the search, and then his channel should come up. It's in there somewhere. It's somewhere on YouTube. Miss Maryberry says, you need to talk nice to yourself. I do, most of the time. I'm just sort of acknowledging my some of my shortcomings. Not all of them, just some of them. Hey, Pencil for Life is here. Brad Ashworth is here, the creator of Handyman. Good seeing you, Brad. Matthew Weldon says, I'm excited to see this and that Rock Lee and Black Panther inked. Yeah, me too, if I get around to them. Again, I'm not making any promises. I have some other illustrations that I also want to ink. So we'll see. I just I know myself well enough to know that despite my best intentions, I might just sort of wimp out and not do them. So I'm hoping I get to it, but we shall see. Time will tell. Miss Maryberry says, too much criticism spoils the broth. Possibly. I don't know. I'm still trying to find that happy medium. I mean, I'm a good artist, but I'm not nearly as good as I would like. Let's put it that way. So I want to be honest. I see a lot of flaws, not only with my art, but with my speed. So more water. All right. Yeah, I reached the end. I didn't completely mess up. So all right, I caught up with the chat. Now I can work on this. How much time is left? Oh my gosh, it's 1:40. I have to be done by 2:15. That was my goal. I'm already behind because I keep talking. Let me see if I can get this knocked out. What's the best way to do this? I want to do the lightning, but I don't want to make the lines too thick. But yeah, if you haven't already, go to Matthew Weldon Art and subscribe to his channel. And Matthew Weldon, if you're still here, create more content on your channel. Please. I would love it if Matthew Weldon would do a live stream of his work, because man, the guy is, love watching him draw. And I'm using the wrong pen. Dag nabbit. I knew something was up. I was like, why is this line so thick? Less smacking those lips, more ink, and said mocks Matthew Weldon. Okay, Matthew, I will stop talking if you do more live streams. Or I want to say, or post more videos, but he's been posting videos fairly often over the last several weeks. So do some live streams. That'd be awesome. And not just on Mike's channel. Matthew is always on Mike's channel getting Mike Miller views, but he needs to live stream on his own channel and get himself more views. But I will talk less, Matthew, and I will draw more. Matthew says, I need to do my first community video or live stream. Yes, yes, you do. You're motivating me. Yeah, I'm serious, Matthew. I mean, you need to do what Mike has been doing, just in the sense that you need to live stream yourself drawing and have other artists on there with you. I know that Mike Miller would be on there with you. I know that any artist you ask would be on there with you. I mean, they can do all the talking, and then you just draw. I mean, that's what people want to see. They just want to see you create. So get you and Matt Costin on there, and man, just draw. Seriously, I would be there in a heartbeat to watch 2 hours of you drawing. Ugh. Because like none of us can go to the conventions right now, you know. So, you know, YouTube is kind of the convention substitute for everyone. And I mean, you're kind of, I mean, you and what's his name? My brain just died. Kanan White, Matthew Weldon, and Kanan White are what I would call sort of artists. They're the type of artists who are so good that other artists look at their work and get inspired by it. So, and I'm probably embarrassing Matthew by saying that, but it's true. Sorry, Matthew, it's true. So, you know, do more content so the rest of us can watch it and learn. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I'll keep drawing. P. Mike says, yes, live stream so we can talk to you more. Yeah, that's another thing. I think a lot of people would like to know you better. I mean, we know a fair amount about you. You have like 20 kids, like Mike Miller. You have 20 kids. You like to have your children paint your fingernails, and you are addicted to peanut butter. So, oh, and your wife beats you up, but that's kind of normal. I mean, everyone's wife beats them up. So. All right. How much time do I have? I have half an hour left.
All right, I guess I wasn't thinking.
You know what I'm thinking? You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not thinking your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
Okay. 7 people are still watching. Thank you very much. I am gratified. I'm kind of shocked that I got double digits today for this live stream. It's very cool. Thank you, everybody, for watching me, for putting up with my babbling, and for your patience with my kind of slow drawing. I do appreciate it. Comics Legends here. He says, what are your thoughts on all these art challenges this month? The only art challenge I know of is Inktober. I don't really pay attention to art challenge. What else is going on this month? Because I'm not, I'm barely doing Inktober, and I have no real interest in trying to do anything else. So this is going to give me enough headaches. What other art challenges are happening in cyberspace this month? Basically, other versions of Inktober. Okay. I don't. Again, I'm not familiar with them, so I guess it's okay. I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I think, doesn't Inktober, they give you like a certain subject to draw each day or something? The official Inktober, and I've never followed that. I just sort of ink whatever I want to ink. I don't really follow a calendar or other than inking at some point during October. I don't follow a daily calendar in terms of subject matter or something. So if there are other versions of Inktober with different specific subjects each day, I don't follow it, and I'm not familiar with them. Conversation says example, people come in with their own list. Yeah, well, that's basically what I do. I mean, I draw what I want, I draw what I like, and for me, that helps me. That keeps me from being bored or frustrated or whatever. I mean, if I follow the official Inktober list of things to draw, I mean, that might be good. I just never thought about doing it because there are a lot of things that I just don't. Well, maybe that's the point. Having to draw things you may not have an interest in drawing. So, but I've just never done it. I'm already thinking about stuff that I should have done with this drawing, but I don't know. See how far I get with this, and then see how much leeway I have to try to make it look a little better. We will see. Let's see. Metal says, if I weren't behind on fulfilling these prizes, which I'm inking one right now, I probably have a challenge up on my site. Prizes for what? The Metal. Comic Selection said, I never liked the official list. Okay. P Money asked, is there an Indiegogo comic that you would do a cover for if you were asked? Probably. I'm sure there is. It's just that I've never been asked. So, but yeah, because I'm gonna buy the Kim Jong-ji cover for Lone Star 3. But if Mike got you to do a cover, I would pick that one instead in a heartbeat. Well, if Mike ever asked me to do a cover for Lone Star, I would be shocked. I think he wants someone who has a little more name recognition than me. No one knows who I am, so he's yeah. The goal of the cover is to I mean, not that I wouldn't do a good cover, but I think he want selling a cover. Well, I don't know. With crowdfunding, I think the name of the artist is what sells a cover more than maybe the art itself. Because I would buy the Kim Jong-ji cover just because Kim Jong-ji did it. Even if I didn't think it was the best cover, it's the fact that he did it. That is what would motivate me as a comic book fan. And I kind of think that it's the same for other comic book fans as well. The more well-known, the more famous the artist who does a cover, the more likely it is to sell. And if you have someone, I mean, unless the artwork's just spectacular, and again, I would do a good cover, but I mean, compared to someone like Kim Jong-ji or Weldon or um, Ellie Fernandez, it would the name recognition, my name recognition would be like zero, because no one outside of people who might frequent Mike's channel would even know who I am. And that would probably mean less sales. The Metal says, for my contest, I held back in spring. The winners put up with me putting it off so I could do the Tezuka manga contest. Now it's time to pay up. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, someone else was doing that manga contest. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think someone I'm following on Twitter, I believe. Paul, I think his name is Paul Anderson. I can't remember, but he was a good artist. P. says, yeah, I'm tempted to get the Kim Lone Star cover, and that Elliot Monster Hunt cover is also very tempting. Yeah. I mean, they're both great covers. But yeah, I mean, I would love to do a Lone Star cover, or or a cover for anyone else. Maybe one day. Hopefully, one day I will have enough of a following that people would rush to buy a cover that I drew in the thousands. Thousands of people would rush to do that. So help me get more subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, help me build up my my presence here on YouTube, and maybe one day people will clamor to get a cover drawn by me. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
And the emotional response to love is usually the result of a show of affection or faith.
Getting there, getting there. I'm getting there. P-Money says, I'm really slowing down on my Indiegogo books. I'm getting Lone Star Monster Hunt whenever they come out. Titan 2. Titan 2. Titan 2, yes. And I promised Mindy I'd buy Karma whenever it came out, but that's it. That's very low for me. Yeah, I mean, I have two. It's, I mean, I was buying, at the beginning, I was buying a lot of books, and I still have, I think I still have like 10 books I have not gotten that I've ordered. Possibly more, but you know, I'm not made of money, and I can't afford to buy every book that I would like. So I kind of I've stopped buying a number of books, and I'm either saving that money or I'm putting it towards other books. So I can't keep buying every book that catches my eye anymore. And I mean, that's good and bad. I mean, it's bad in the sense that, you know, I would like to keep reading some of these books, but at the same time, it's like some of the, I don't know, some of the stuff that's gone on over the past 2 years has turned me off various creators. So it's better that I just direct that money other places. So. Bullet says, I'm looking forward to the rest of the Wart the Wizard saga. Cool. Comics Legend says, some books I think we won't see for a very long time are Sovereign and Conflict Clause Out. Now, I remember Conflict Clause Out. I can't. I remember hearing about it, but I don't really remember what it's about. I never backed it. I never backed Sovereign either. Why hasn't that come out? I mean, that was one of the original books from Comicsgate. I mean, that's like in Red Rooster territory in terms of lateness. I mean, Sovereign was isn't that Andrew Huerta? Is that Sovereign? I can't remember if that's him or not. I mean, whatever happened to that book? Because I see Andrew Huerta around, so what's going on with that? Comics Legend says 2 books rarely mentioned that are extremely late. Yeah. I mean, again, I remember Conflict Clause Out, but I don't really remember what it's about or what, you know. I didn't really follow it that much. So. Metal says, I was motivated to get into some more books, but that faded after that fancy Secret Comics Present book. Failed to meet its goal. The word just hasn't been the same since. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh well. We'll try to relaunch that again. I think next year, and you know, hopefully it'll fund, and we'll be able to maybe make it a regular book, but probably be more of an anthology in the sense that you'll have more than just me drawing it. So. P-Money says, well, I just looked at my list. I still have 23 Indiegogo books I'm waiting for. Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising. Like I said, I think I have about 12 books I'm waiting for. So, yeah. P-Money says, yeah, I'm waiting for Sovereign. Andrew Huerta says, spent all the money on bills and stuff. What? He spent all the money on bills and stuff. No. The money is to send to print the book and to mail the book out to customers. Until he does that, that's not his money to spend. What the frick? I'm not. I will refrain from making other comments, but that is no bueno. That's no bueno. That's not good. That's not good. That's not. I want to say stuff. It's not good. Comic Collection says, I will always buy books from Doug and Gary Shipman. You know why? Because Doug and Gary Shipman deliver. They deliver quality work on time. They don't steal your money. They use the money that you pay them for the book. They spend that money on the book and to deliver the book to the customers, which is the way it should be. It should not be used to pay their bills before the books are in your hands. Let's see. Bullet says, "Find your happy place, Jason." I would like to. It's easy to find my happy place when I'm not hearing about people stealing customers' money and using it to pay their whatever bills instead of publishing a comic book they owe the customer. P. says, "Don't quote me, Jason. I'm not 100% certain it's what I heard, but I could easily be wrong." Okay, then I will give Andrew Huerta the benefit of the doubt and assume that he has put that money away in a lockbox to print and mail out the books he owes his customers. So hopefully that is the case, and hopefully I don't understand how, after it's been 2 years, isn't it, since that book was first put on Indiegogo, Sovereign? It's been 2 years. So how is it not finished? I don't understand. I mean, that Red Rooster, these books should be done. I mean, in a time that Andrew Huerta and Mitch Breitweiser have failed to produce the book they promised, you have Gary Shipman pumping out multiple 150+ page graphic novels, thick tomes, hardcovers. I mean, you have Mike Miller putting out multiple issues of his book. You have Nasser Abadi, a freaking 20-year-old kid, putting out multiple books. I don't understand what's going on. Miss Mary Berry says people are struggling. Yeah, they're struggling, but people have paid hard-earned money for their comic books, and they should get what they paid good money for. Especially 2 years out, they should be sitting snugly in their comic book boxes, keeping the other comic books company by now. They shouldn't be somewhere in La La Land in some comic book, purgatory, somewhere out in the ether, where no one can see it. Comic Selection says, plus you seem actually working on the books. Plus you see them actually working on the books on live streams. Yes, I know that's awesome. That's what I love about Gary and Doug TenNapel and Mike S. Miller. They show you that they're working on the books. I love that. It not only is it refreshing as a customer to see that, it's encouraging as an artist to see them working in real time on the books. I love that about them. P Money says, yes, 5 books from 2018 I bought in 2018 I'm still waiting for. Yeah, I'm waiting for a couple from 2018. Red Rooster and maybe another one. I can't remember though. Bullet says you have integrity, Jason. Far too many don't. I don't know if it's integrity. It's just when I pay for something, I expect to get it when I'm told I'm going to get it, and I find it intolerable to have to wait unless there's a good excuse. I mean, if you got in an accident and you were in a coma for like, 6 months or a year, I can understand you're not getting the book out in time. If like with Matt Cosson, if unfortunately, the creator and writer of the book dies, I understand the book not coming out. Okay. But if you're healthy and hearty and you are doing whatever and your book's not out after 2 years and you promised it a year and a half ago, I'm going to have a problem with that. There's no excuse for you not putting out the book, not doing what you've promised, to take people's money and then not give them a return on their money. They gave you money not because they like you. They gave you money because they wanted a comic book from you, or they wanted, I don't know, they wanted a box of candy from you, or they wanted whatever they paid you for. You need to give them a return for their dollar. Otherwise, you're just stealing from them. So, Comic Selection said Nasser was the first one to ever fulfill in Comicsgate. Yeah, Nasser. I mean, I wish people had the work ethic and integrity of Nasser Rabadi, and that's scary to say because Nasser's kind of a pain in the butt, but he's trustworthy. He will deliver what he promises. So I have zero qualms about ever supporting anything Nasser does because I know Nasser's going to deliver. It may not be the greatest thing in the world, but he's going to deliver it the best he can. And he's going to deliver on time, and it's going to be good quality. And he's not going to do things on the cheap. He does it so that people are happy with the finished product, and I appreciate that. Miss Maryberry says, "Yeah, I get it. Oh, it's 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years." P. says, "That's why I made a promise to myself. I won't buy a second comic from someone unless I have the first comic in my hand." Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, what was it? The comic book by Antonio Bryce and Kenan White. I can't remember the name of it. It was I keep thinking Sovereign, but it was whatever the name of it was. It looked really good, and the second issue came out, and I couldn't buy it because I hadn't gotten the first issue yet. The second issue they started crowdfunding it. And I felt bad, but I was not going to buy the second issue because they hadn't delivered the first issue to me. Yeah, it's a shame. I think, again, people, they want a return on their purchasing dollar, and they keep these things in mind when you buy it. Miss Maryberry says, "You got to be in a coma or dead, otherwise, where's my book?" Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where's my book? It's been 2 freaking years. Unless you're dead, unless you're dead, you've been kidnapped by aliens, or you've been in a coma. I want my book. Bullet says, "I do like Nasser. He keeps trying, grinding, and working to be better, create more." Yes, exactly. Brand. Thank you, P-Money. That's the name of the book. Lots of tea being spilled tonight. I don't know. No, not that much. Comic Legend, you're still waiting for Brand? The first issue? Okay, Comics Legend, if you or anyone else are still waiting for Brand, contact Antonio Bryce on Twitter. Be nice and just DM him and ask him when you can expect to get your book, and include your customer number from Indiegogo. Just say, Antonio, I'm customer number whatever for Bryce, for Brand, and I haven't received my book. Could you let me know when I can expect to receive it? Just say that. I did that last spring, probably like March or maybe early April, because I was getting tired of waiting. I was like, when the heck's Brand coming out? And so I just asked him, and he said, I said, it's like, oh, well, we're mailing stuff out now, and he sort of just like fast tracked my copy, and I got it with that week. I got it. So he has to be. I don't know. I don't understand. He should be done mailing out the books by now. And if you order Brand 2 years ago, and it was 2 years ago when they first started selling it, you should have it in your hands by now. If you haven't gotten Brand by now, email Antonio on Twitter, DM him. Be nice. Again, be nice. Do not yell at him. Just again, give him your information. Tell him that you still haven't received it, and when you can expect to receive your copy of it. And hopefully that will spur the grease the wheels so that you get your copy ASAP. Yeah. Okay. P Money saying the exact same thing. Common Selection said, I have heard him mention that he was going to send a tracking number when he ships. Yeah, he'll do that, but you don't want to wait for him to get around to it, because if you do, you'll never get it. Email him, DM him on Twitter, and let him know that you still haven't received it and that you would like to know when you can expect to get it. And again, give him your backer number from Indiegogo, so he can directly get your information, and then boom, 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 get it to you. P Money says, the only thing Mike is frustrating me about is he hasn't done anything with his members in months. I'm probably gonna DM him and send him a nice reminder that us members need some love. Yes, do that. I mean, Mike is very responsive to his fans and to his members and stuff. So just let him know that you need some loving. Actually, put it in those terms and freak him out. Hmm. All right, it's 2:13, and I failed my time limit. I'm not gonna get this done in 2 minutes, but I got a fair amount of it done. Hmm. 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 Huh. A little heavy. I'm gonna work on it. Okay, you guys can see this. No, P-Money, don't unsubscribe, please. Conversation said we had you talking instead of drawing. Yes, true. It's all your fault. So, yeah. So add an extra hour to my my time limit. To be fair. Let's see here. P-Money says, I was just talking to Ruth today and thought, my goodness, this is the first year since 2008 there haven't been any Marvel movies. How bizarre is that? That is true. COVID-19 has put a kink into a lot of things, including the Marvel movies. I mean, I was really looking forward to seeing Black Widow. That was the one movie that and a James Bond movie were the two movies I was really looking forward to seeing this year, and they're not coming out, unfortunately, and that stinks. But at the same time, that also means that The Eternals isn't coming out, and I am not sad about that because it looked like a really crappy movie. If you're familiar with the original Jack Kirby comic book from the 1970s that it's supposed to be based on, which I loved, they basically ruined it with this new movie. So I am not sorry that it didn't come out this year. Although New Mutants did come out, but that wasn't a specifically Marvel movie. That was I think that was a Sony movie, and it apparently wasn't that good. I haven't seen it, but everything I've read about it has been less than encouraging about it. Humphrey Bear says a crink. Yeah, a crink, a crimp, a cramp. P. says I was gonna be first in line for King Kong versus Godzilla. When was that supposed to come out? Was that this year? P. says New Mutants was so delayed it only came out because they had nothing else to release. Probably. I mean, that thing was supposed to come out in what, 2017, 3 years ago, something like that. I think all the actors from that movie are like in their 50s now. King Kong versus Godzilla was supposed to be November 2020. Now it's like summer 2021, maybe. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think all these movies, I think the smart thing would be just to postpone all of them, push them back a year. You know, if it's supposed to come out in November 2020, push it back to November 2021, because otherwise you're gonna have a whole bunch of movies on top of each other, all coming out around the same time and competing with each other and taking revenue from one another. And I think it's just going to hurt them in the box office. I mean, when you have like what would usually be like a blockbuster movie and it was set to come out at a certain time that would, I guess, be most beneficial for it financially, and now it has to compete with another blockbuster that it never intended to compete with to begin with, you're kind of, it's going to be hard, especially when you're dealing with theaters that are dealing with audiences that are going to be extremely reluctant to go to the theaters in the first place. You know, I mean, it's hard enough for movies to get audiences in just in the normal competition of theater going, and then you couple that with sort of cold feet due to coronavirus. It's going to be even harder to get butts in those seats at the local theater, especially when everyone and their mother has a 50-inch TV at home that's just as good as sitting in the theater without the costs. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me stop talking so I can draw because I have yet to master the fine art of being able to draw and talk at the same time, and I'm gonna make mistakes. Comic Legend says, when are we supposed to get the last Red Rooster? I have no idea. You know what? I'm guessing it's not going to be until next year. Mitch Breitweiser keeps on promising. I was like, oh, you'll get it by the end of summer. And then end of summer comes. It's like, oh, yeah, well, you get it at the end of September. End of September comes. It's like, yeah, well, I'm still drawing it. It's like, you've been drawing it for the last 2 years. It's like, you need to quit making excuses, just put it out. So he's made so many excuses and failed so many deadlines that, I just stopped listening to him. At this point, I guess it'll come out eventually, but I'm guessing it won't be until next year, honestly. P. says Jason needs a Jarvis that reads the chat like Gary has. Would that help? I don't know if that would help. It might help, but Gary needs a Jarvis with a better voice. That voice gets on my last nerve. Robot voice. If I it'd be like me reading. P Money says, I will be very surprised if theater chains survive. Theaters will either just go independent or just shut down completely. Comics Legend says, I never like going to the theater anyway. I mean, that's even doing it myself kind of annoys me. I would get a nice soothing female voice to do the chat reading. So I had to find some sort of app that does that. But I think theater chains will survive. I think it's just a question of people having confidence that they can go there safely. I think that's what's keeping, well, that and the various shutdowns that cities have around the country and probably around the world. Um, and that's a big problem as well. I mean, when you have major cities like New York and I don't know what's like where you live, but there's a good 50% of the country that's still shut down, and I mean that's not even going into like international shutdowns. So until those get alleviated, um, we're going to continue to have problems with theater chains reaching their normal capacity. Eagle 43 said, did they ever release a trailer for King Kong versus Godzilla? I don't think they did. Yeah. Comics Legend says, I never like going to the theater anyway, with people talking during the movie and people crunching on popcorn loudly. I don't miss it at all. That never really bothered me. I just liked the the experience. Just sitting in front of the big 40 foot screen and sort of losing myself in the fun of the theater and the movie for 2 hours. I mean, I love that. So, and it's not the same sitting at home. It is not the same. All right. Hmm. 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 P Money says, nah. AMC says even without government says AMC even says without government funding they won't make it. They won't make it without government funding. That might be true. Um, I don't know what number AMC is in terms of the biggest theaters in the country. I'm not sure. It's probably the second biggest one. I think is Cinemark bigger? I'm not sure, but yeah. I mean, they're dependent. They're like restaurants. Theaters are like restaurants. They're dependent on people going in there and sitting their butts down in order to survive. So if no one shows up, and again half the country still shut down, then yeah, they're gonna take it on the chin and in the crotch. So they, I mean, I wish there was something we could do, but there's really nothing we can do. I mean, the only thing that can save theaters is for the country to open up, or the countries to open up. Just and for people to feel comfortable, safe, going back to the theater. That's the only thing that will help. Let's see. Sorry, I was trying to work out these shadow lines. Bullet says 2 for 1. Chin and crotch special. Yeah, seriously. It's like I tell my wife, if someone attacks you, kick them twice in the crotch and once in the head. Well, kick them twice in the crotch, and then when they fall down, then kick them once in the head, and then that should do it. The crotch and head special. P-Money says movies were already not doing very well before COVID, and the only thing that will bring people back when the country opens is some big blockbuster like Endgame or Star Wars. I can't think of anything coming. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. The frustration. Oof. All right, let me keep on keeping on. Hmm. Hmm. P Money says, I'm just relieved churches in general are surviving. I was worried this would result in some big church exodus, but seems people are staying consistent, even if the church is doing streaming. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, my church started having in-person services again last month. So they've been doing for about a month and a half. The problem is that most people at church have continued watching it online and have stopped going to the actual service. I mean, it's been about 6 weeks now, and my wife and I go to church every week. But when we get to the park, when we get there, we're not, we might get there 7 minutes late or whatever, or 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, and the church parking lot is like a ghost town. There's hardly anyone there, and you go into service and it's filled to maybe 5% capacity. It's not even 10%. I mean, there's like very, very few people in the church, to hear the sermon. I mean, it's being live streamed. The pastor's there, he's giving a sermon, and they're filming it and they're live streaming it. But there's, and we go to a fairly large church, so there's probably 50 people there, in a sanctuary that holds 5,000. I mean, it doesn't hold 5,000. It probably holds, I don't know. I think probably 5,000 people go to church total, but I mean, I think it probably, the sanctuary probably holds 1,500 to 2,000 people, and there's probably 50 people in it. I'm just like, what the? It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm just hoping that with time, people will start coming back, and actually attending services. But it was just right now, it's just kind of frustrating to me. I feel bad that this whole thing is sort of just put a cramp in church going. But like you said, I mean, people are still watching. It's just that they're doing it from home. So I'm just hoping that changes, over the next few months. People get, especially as Christmas time gets closer, I'm hoping that people will just naturally start coming back to physical worshiping. So, what am I doing? My brain is dead. I know what I'm doing. I turn this on. Do that. All right. P-Mike says, looks nice. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to get better. It's not as good as it's not as good as I would like it to be, but it's getting there. It's better than it's getting there. I get frustrated with my lack of progress with art. So with my art rather. So hopefully I will improve more than I have. All right. All right. P-Money says, yeah, I better go to bed. I gotta get up, take the kids to school in the morning. Yeah, go to bed, P-Money. thanks for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Glad you're doing well. And yeah, I'm hoping that the movie theaters, the churches, and everything else will be, by this time next year, things will be more or less back to the way they were before. I'm hoping. Just have to wait and see. Hey, you have a good night too. Take care.
Suppose Mr. Grimes had tried another approach.
All right. Hmm. I'm standing on embers again. Okay, well, I think that is pretty much done. I mean, it's the only thing I think left to do with it is maybe put some sort of border on it. I don't know though. I got to think about that. But I say 95 to 99% of it is finished. So maybe from what it was. Here it is. Is the original. So I put a little more shading on it than the original sketch had, and made it look a little more dramatic. Still kind of sketchy on some of the shading, but so I'm gonna try to finish. If I do more, I'll try to finish it off camera, and then I'll put it up on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and you guys can look at it then. And if one of you guys wants to buy it, it'll be available for purchase. So, but for now, it's done. So I want to thank everybody for watching, for hanging out with me for the past 2.5 hours, and spending your evening, or part of your evening with me, and taking time out of your busy schedules to check out my work. I appreciate it. It's very encouraging to me, and thank you for your time. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications of future videos. Like I said before, I'm probably going to be back in the next several days, and I'll do another one of these Inktober drawings, and try to work a little faster, or try to at least work on getting a little faster, and so you'll have more cool stuff to look at, more drawings to enjoy, and if you have any questions, again, feel free to ask me. I have no guarantee that I'll have the answer, but I'll try to babble a little and then fumble around, maybe trying to get an answer for you. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, and again, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully this I'll just continue to put out more stuff on a more regular basis, and try to be entertaining for you guys. Okay, but until then, thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night, and stay out of trouble. Okay, you guys take care. Bye.